Hi Journalism 120, here's your video on how to do assignment number 1. So first thing you're going to do is go to week 5. I've moved down a few items from week 4 into this week to reflect where we're actually going to be using them. And don't worry about any of these things down here. This is my screen and you can't see everything that I'm showing you on the screen right now. Don't worry about that. So obviously you want to go to essential information for week 5. And our class is canceled on Monday, but this assignment is due by 11:59 p.m. and you're going to upload it here. Now when you click on that, you're going to get onto our assignment page, and of course the other way is to click directly here. So let's look at the assignment. This is the first major assignment that you're going to be doing in my class, and basically what I'm doing is giving you all of the information as if you've done the reporting yourself, and then you're going to be organizing and composing the story. So I've given you the who, what, where, when, all of that kind of stuff, and I've given you some attribution. We know that you've gotten all of this information from Henry Reiser, the project manager at Kerrigan Engineers, and you have a direct quote from him and you have a direct quote from one of the pipe fitters. So you're going to put together a story. Now, I did share with you the Dirty Dozens last week. So we're going to go to that first because I want you to remember how this story is composed. The one you're going to be doing for assignment number 1 is not going to be very long. It's probably going to be 4 to 6 paragraphs, probably, about 4 to 6 paragraphs, probably 5 paragraphs. So it's not going to be as intense as this, but remember that you want a straightforward summary lead, you want a second sentence that goes into more detail, gives names. If you had placeholders in the first sentence or first paragraph, the lead, sentence, you used placeholders, and now in the second sentence you want to fill those in. So you're not going to be able to follow this exactly because the story you're doing is so much more brief and less involved. But some things to remember is that having a quote at the end, a strong kicker, would be great on this assignment. There's something else too. We have a quote from 2 different people. This is the expert or the authority, and you want to use the authority quote first because it moves the details of the story along. Mark Haven adds human interest, and you want to use his quote after you've used Henry Reiser. It doesn't, I'm not saying that you want to use it directly after, but you want somewhere in the story it needs to be after. Don't say electrocuted in this story because no one's been killed. So think about these things as you write your story, and I want to make sure that you don't commit any gross factual errors, what you're going to hear me call GFEs. So make sure that you come back, you check the spelling here, and you check the spelling of anything in here. And in your own writing, have you spelled things correctly? Have you given the numbers correctly, etc.? So make sure you don't have any factual errors. That's the number one thing that would cause an article not to be good. Excuse me. You're going to format this. I've given you an example here. This is called a slug line. It's just a 1 to 3 keywords that can identify the story. And just copy what I have here. Hold on just one. Okay, my husband came home, so I just wanted to say something to him. Okay, so then at the end, you're going to either use -30- or ###. These were symbols that people used to let the typesetters back in the day know that a story was over. So when you go back to the assignment, one more thing that I want you to think about is how we quote people. Remember, quotes get their own paragraphs. The attribution comes after the first sentence in the paragraph or the first sentence of the quote. And I also want you to think about our discussions about slang, expletives, poor grammar in quotes, partial quotes, all of that kind of stuff. And so as you're deciding what to use from up here, just have those discussions in the back of your mind, okay? So good luck, and even if you feel still a little bit uncomfortable with how to do this, do it the best you can, And then, you will have a chance to revise this if needed. So I don't want you to freak out as you're doing it or be too anxious about it, but do give some thought to it, especially the things that I pointed out. Okay, good luck. Bye. See you Wednesday.